What's up, y'all? I'm gonna let y'all come through here real quick. Let y'all, know what I'm saying, come through here a little bit. Let y'all come through here a little bit. Yeah, y'all come through here a little bit. I see y'all what's up, Frank? What's up, Herb? What's up, Kendrick? What's up, Arturo? What's up, Joseph? What's up, John? Yeah, man. Make sure you hit that like button when y'all come through here too, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Texans fall to the Indianapolis Colts, 31-20. Wasn't as close as the score indicated. Colts jumped out to a 14-point lead early on. Ended up knocking Anthony's wrist out the game, but still didn't hurt. It still didn't help none. Still didn't help none. We gotta do better. Like, we definitely gotta do better. Hey, and shout out to everybody that was at the game. I was at the game too. Hey, appreciate everybody that was out there. Loud when we need to be. One thing, y'all, and one thing too though about the fans though, we gotta stop. We have to stop wearing Oilers gear to Texan games. I'm gonna put that out there. I've seen a lot of people in Oiler hats, jerseys, T-shirts. Now, if you're a Titans fan, you just go out there trying to rub it in. Okay, you all fair game. But if you a Texan fan, stop doing that. Like the Oilers is the Tennessee Titan franchise. I know people in the city got ties to it. I know they're going back and forth about the colors or whatever, but when it comes to wearing their merch, the actual Oilers merch, stop doing that. Stop wearing the Earl Campbell jerseys and the Warren Moon jerseys. Stop that. Stop it. You might as well be wearing Eddie George and Chris Johnson, Derrick Henry jerseys. You might as well. You might as well be wearing those jerseys. You might as well be wearing like Chris Johnson and Derrick Henry jerseys. I want to put that out there. You might as well be wearing those jerseys too. But hey, man, we gotta do absolutely better, man. Play calling. I told y'all this last week. I was out on Bobby Slowick in the Miami preseason game. I seen what he did in the red zone. Like you get into the red zone and you barely utilize Damian Pierce, but then you get to the red zone and Nico Collins, who's having a phenomenal game, a career game, over 100 yards, 146 yards, if I'm not mistaken, and a touchdown. You get into the red zone in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, and you take him out. He's your biggest target. Well, outside of Tarantino, he's your biggest target at 6'4". He's having a phenomenal game. Why is you taking him out? Why is you taking him out the game? Like, this game right here, I'm so irritated when we're talking about the way the game was called offensively and defensively because D'Amico got to catch some of these too. Yeah, we got to start looking at D'Amico a certain way right now. Like it's 2 games in, this team does not look prepared. They do not look focused. They don't look like they're ready to play. Like in all these damn injuries, everybody hurt. Like this is part of the reason why I think everybody's hurt. Some of them you just got tough enough to be men. Like you got Larry Tunsil talking about he telling his rookie quarterback, let's go get this. But your rookie quarterback on his throwing shoulder that got sore in his shoulder, he said he couldn't even throw the football all week. But he still toughed it out to come out there, home fans, home open to play the game, to be out there with his brothers. But Larry Tunsil, man, what's wrong with you, bro? Like seriously, what's really wrong with you? Are your feelings hurt? Or you do know, well, I ain't got the bag now, so I can chill a little bit. Like what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Why are you not out there blocking for your franchise quarterback, man? Like, why we got this makeshift offensive line, all these damn injuries? But part of the reason why we do got them injuries is because people ain't playing. People are not playing. The NFL as a whole damn near barely practices. Like, they barely practice. Like as far as like when I went to the practice last month, practice only 2 hours, and they barely do anything in those practices for one. And make sure you hit that light button too. I said more people coming in. Make sure you hit the light button when y'all come through. But you barely practicing. Then they barely practicing and pass. Then the preseason, they short the preseason from 4 games to 3. Now y'all ain't playing the preseason. Y'all playing a drive here, drive there. So then you come out there for a full 42-minute game, and what you expect? Your body not ready to play because you've been taking time off all through training camp, all through the preseason. Now it's time to actually play real legitimate football, and you ain't ready to play. Every little bit hurts. Every little thing hurts. This old soft, weak-ass mentality. And you better out there get your quarterback completely beat up because of that. And this defense was hot butter garbage. Hot butter garbage today. They let Zach Moss run through him like water. Like, what are we doing? Anthony Richardson had 2 touchdowns. He wasn't even touched until he got into the end zone on the last one. Completely untouched. Like, what is y'all doing? Y'all know what he gonna do. They only got 3 damn receivers on their damn team. 3. So you know what he gonna do? He's a running quarterback. He can't throw accurately. Force him to pass. But nah. We gonna let him run. We gonna let him do what he do. We gonna let him do what he do. And you cost it. You gave it up. Speaking of giving up, CJ, bro, and I like you, man. Hey, and I know you're in a bad position when it comes to the offensive line. You gotta learn how to take these sacks, bro. You gotta hold on to this football, man. You can't be giving them easy positions and easy drives and easy field position because you fumbling the ball. That's twice. Last week and this week, you get sacked and you letting the ball get punched out. Like, come on, bro. You got hold on. Now you ain't throwing no picks. You got 2 touchdowns, your first career touchdown day. Still ain't throwing no picks. Had over your first career 300-yard game in somewhat garbage time. The reason why is because anytime the things offensively did move well, it get called back. Tank Dell gets a touchdown, gets called back for a penalty when they're kicking the field goal on their drive. That was with like 14:50 left in the fourth quarter when Tank Dell scored the touchdown that should have been a touchdown, but again, it was a penalty for illegal shit. If that right there, instead of it being 13-31, it with 14 minutes left in the game, it's 13-17, 2 touchdowns, 2 possession game. You get the football back, and then Robert Woods stepping out of bounds when he could have a walk-in touchdown. If Robert Woods does not step out of bounds and walks in for that touchdown, then and that was like a 10, like that was like a 10-20 in the game, 10-20 left in the game, 10-20. Now the score is 31-24 with 10 minutes left to go in the game, and you're down by a touchdown, and you got the ball back 2 more times after that. You know, you end up missing a field goal later on in the quarter, then you got the ball in the last possession of the game. So you end up getting the football 2 more times after that. So this whole game could have been a completely different dynamic if you had those. If you don't get that touchdown for Tank Dell called back from a legal shift, and the Robert Woods touchdown actually is a touchdown. He didn't step out of bounds. I know he ends up scoring a touchdown. Tank does get a touchdown on that drive, but that takes away time away from football. I think when Tank ended up scoring, it cost us like 3 minutes or 2 minutes, something like that. So it took time away off the score. Plus, it also made the score 31-20 instead of 31-24. It's a huge difference. Because now it's a 1-possession game. Like small little things like that. Even in the midst of everything that was going on today, small little things like that could have helped. The touchdown that they got at the end of the game, at the end of the half, to make it 28 to 10. Was it 2010 this time? Yeah, 2010. When he scored, like barely got the ball in the end zone. When it didn't look like he got the ball in the end zone, it was kind of hard to tell. It was like a hairline fraction, but they did call a touchdown on the field. So since they didn't call a touchdown on the field, they should have let it stand because it should have been. It has to be automatic. We have to confirm that it was a touchdown. I don't see how you can confirm that it was a touchdown, so it shouldn't have confirmed it was a touchdown. Collins, Anquan Bolin 2.0. I ain't gonna say all that. But my apologies. I'm sorry. My apologies to Nico Collins. Nico Collins played the game today. Like there's no ashes by him. There's no garbage. Nico played the best football game I've ever seen him play. Nico played the best football game I've ever seen him play for Houston Texans. Like he definitely did. Today was his best game, not just from his yard standpoint, but just from the way he played. He actually came out there to play. He didn't play soft. I'm upset how they misutilized him. How Bobby Slowick, who doesn't know he don't know what he's doing. Bobby Slowick does not know what he's doing. You're not in San Francisco. You do not have Kyle Shanahan to change the play, or you give a suggestion to Kyle Shanahan, and he can make an executive decision to make okay, no, I ain't gonna do what you told me to do because that don't make no damn sense. You don't got that. You don't got that safety net no more. This is your baby. This is your baby. This is your offense. This is your team. You gotta do better. And what's up with all these damn illegal shifts? Like, why people ain't set? What is up with the coaching that the people ain't set? What's up with the coaching that this team is not prepared for a game? We can make all the jokes we want about David Culley and all the jokes we want about Lovie Smith. In both those seasons, those two teams were less talented than the teams that we seen for the last two games that the Texans had. They are less talented than those teams, but they were way better prepared from the jump. The game at Jacksonville, game home against Jacksonville, David Culley's first game, they were prepared to play. The game against Cleveland, they were prepared to play. They were completely prepared to play. And then Davis Mills gets thrown in, and then things go wonky after that with David Culley. And then last year, I think they were really in tank mode, but they were prepared to play. They were prepared to play against Indy week 1. They were prepared to play against the Denver Broncos week 2 and the Chicago Bears week 3. They were ready to play. Again, Davis Mills took effect, and things started going wonky then. I need y'all to hit the like button. More people have jumped in, but the lights ain't going up. Hey, man, I know we all upset. I'm upset. I'm completely upset. Because I had a lot banking on this season. I thought I expected more. But, hey, just like I expect more out of this team to play well, I expect more out of y'all. Man, hit the like button. Man, make sure you hit the like button when y'all come through. Appreciate that. But I feel foolish, and I apologize to y'all. I'm sorry. I came out there and made the video predicting games. I think I had us going 11 wins to win the division. We not winning no damn division. We not winning no damn 11 games from what I just seen for the last 2 weeks. I'm sorry. And I don't even want to hear nothing about, oh man, we got injuries. We got injuries, man, offensive line. They not prepared to play, bro. They not. They completely not prepared to play. This offense is horrific. This defense is putrid. Like it is what it is. Like, they look confused out there. This defense lacked intensity today from jump. From jump, this defense completely lacked intensity. No intensity whatsoever. The most intensity was when they came out that damn tunnel. They was intense then. Everybody hyping and jumping and moving around. They was crunked in. But when that ball kicked off, where it go? Where is it? What happened to it? They weren't intense no more. They wasn't. They weren't happy no more. They weren't crunk no more. They weren't live no more. They were weak, man. Weak-minded, man. Man, weak-minded, man. Completely weak-minded. Weak-minded, man. Weak-minded, dog. Yeah, man. Hey, you're right. It looks completely foolish right now. But I expect us to be. Nigga, I knew it was gonna be some miscues, and they had to get their footing. You know, had to get their footing. And again, most of the victories that I picked later on in the season anyway, but they had to get some of their footing and be more prepared. Because that was the reason why I thought they would lose to Jacksonville, because they wouldn't be ready to play. But nah. Jacksonville's a better team than us. They are. Like, I know y'all can make all the jokes y'all want to about Jacksonville. When we don't lose to Jacksonville. Like, man, it's true. It's true. We wake up in the morning, roll over, and beat Jacksonville. We do. We wake up in the morning and beat Jacksonville. It ain't happening this year. It's not happening. We are bad. And the cold thing about it is, we really actually not that bad. But we're coached poorly. We're completely coached poorly. That's what it is. That's what it is. D'Amico's actually lucky. D'Amico is lucky that we fired David Culley and that we fired Lovie Smith after 1 year. Because D'Amico's not going to get fired after 1 year. He's not. But the way this team is being coached, let's talk about it. Let's be real. Let's be completely real. Like something has to happen. Something has to happen. Something. Because as it stands right now, we didn't give to the Arizona Cardinals a top 5 pick, y'all. Square business. Square business. We didn't gave the Arizona Cardinals a top 5 pick as it stands right now. We have. We definitely have. And I'm not saying that I'd rather have that pick than Willie Anderson because with that pick you want to draft a player like Willie Anderson. I'm just saying it's just gonna look bad when we look up and be like, damn, we gave them a top 5 pick. And maybe we should have kept our pick and gave them Cleveland's pick. But I know why they didn't do that. They didn't give them Cleveland's pick because it means basically the Deshaun Watson trade. All you got the Deshaun Watson trade is Kenyon Green and Kenyon Green. I think the pick we got from Dameon Pierce came from that trade. But Kenyon Green, Dameon Pierce, and Willie Anderson. I think they try to add more people to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can get another player, and that could be what we got for Deshaun Watson. We traded Deshaun Watson. We was able to get Kenyon Green. We was able to get Willie Anderson. We were able to get Dameon Pierce, and then player whoever we draft in the next year's draft. So I see what the thinking was. But as of right now, it looks like a damn dumb decision. Could it cost Nick Caserio? I don't think so. Ultimately, I don't think Nick Caserio is in danger of losing his job yet because he did bring you a quarterback. He did bring you Willie Anderson, but I think that seat's starting to get a little warm though. I do think that though. I do think that seat's starting to get a little warm as it stands right now. I do. I definitely do. Make sure you hit that light bulb when y'all come through. It was just disappointing, bro. Like I expected more out of this team. And I'm not even talking about from a win standpoint. I'm not talking about from a win-loss standpoint. I'm talking about from the way that they played. That's what I'm more upset about. Don't get me wrong, I'm upset about the score. I'm upset that we lost the game. But I'm more upset of how we lost. Honestly. I'm more upset of how we lost. And because I feel like I bought into something. I bought into I was so happy and so eager to buy back into the Houston Texans. I was so happy and so eager to buy back into the Houston Texans. You see the hat, you see the Stroud jersey. I was so eager to buy back into the Houston Texans. We go out there, we hired the Nico Rhymes. Hey, we hired Bobby Slow. He's supposed to run the school back Shanahan offense. Hey, we drafted C.J. Stroud. Then we jumped back up, we drafted Will Anderson. Then we jumped up, we drafted Tank Dale. Like, I was so excited and so eager about this team and the direction that's going. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that we're in a bad direction. I do think that things can and will get better because I like what I've seen in a lot of guys. But just because I like what I've seen in a lot of guys, I also don't like what I see out of some other guys, some very important guys, like the coaching staff. I just see you just said, hey, the coach staff looks lost. You're right, they do. So you have a lot. What happens when you have a lot of people that don't know what they're doing? You got a rookie head coach, got a rookie offensive coordinator, rookie quarterbacks coach, and a rookie quarterback. Like, we need Cliff Kingsbury exactly. Again, Bobby Floyd was not my first choice. I wanted to hire Cliff Kingsbury back when they said we were interviewing Cliff Kingsbury. Put the video out there. I definitely, and it's not just that I'm a 10% guy. I wanted Cliff Kingsbury because I thought that it would be better suited. I thought him as the offensive coordinator. You know, he's the offensive coordinator with Johnny Manziel, won the Heisman. He's a quarterback coach when Case Keenum had all the wins and had all the yards at U of H. I thought that he'd be better former quarterback, coaching Patrick Mahomes, things like that. You take him out of him actually making key decisions, like, as far as being the CEO of an organization or of a program, and just let him manage the offense. I think he did well because I think he's perfect to be a 7-on-7, like the coach 7-on-7, and that's what CJ excels at. That's what CJ excels at. So I think that would have been a perfect situation. But again, Bobby Floyd, they sold us and had us buying into the whole Kubiak Shanahan offense. That's what we was looking for. I've yet to see it. Well, with the utilization of the tight end, we not use our tight. We either using Dalton Schultz later on in the game. Where's the packages to see? Well, we activated John Mechie. Why we ain't use John Mechie to the end of the game? Why we ain't use Hutchinson to the end of the game? Like why we use these guys late? Now I know people say the offensive line, Stroud got the offensive line, and that's true because Stroud was running around more so than he needs to because Stroud is definitely a quarterback that you need to have protection. You need the offensive line. You need absolute protection in front of him. I see more people hopped in. Make sure hitting that light button. Hey, more people hopped in. Make sure hitting that light button when y'all come through here. But he definitely needs that brick wall in front of him. He definitely needs that protection more so than Deshaun Watson. And actually more so than David Carr did. Even though David Carr was running for his life because C.J. Stroud ain't running around like that. He's more of a pocket passer. Like he's more of a pocket passer, more of the Matt Schaub type. Where it's the only time that we had a good offensive line was under Kubiak and Matt Schaub because you draft David Carr #1 overall, you don't have a good offensive line. You end up trading up 12th overall to draft Deshaun Watson, and you don't have a good offensive line. Now you up here with the second pick of the draft, C.J. Stroud, second quarterback off the board, and you don't have an offensive line to protect him. And he needs an offensive line more than any of those guys. The only other person more so is Matt Schaub. Matt Schaub needs an offensive line way more than CJ. But still, CJ needs an offensive line. If you keep this kid clean, he's going to play well. What do you have? 380 some yards. Over 380 some yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a quarterback rating over 100. 47 attempts, between 44 and 47 attempts. I think like 63 completion percentage. Not just the bad thing is he was sacked 6 times. Now that last sack was completely unnecessary for him to take. I blame him for that. It's the end of the game. 1 second was left on the clock. CJ, hey bro, it wasn't nobody wide open. Just chunk that bitch in the end zone. Like just chunk it out of bounds. There's no need and reason for you to take the unnecessary sack, bro. Like we need you for the next 10 to 15 years, not just the next 10 minutes, bro. Not even the next 10 games. We need you more so for the next 10 to 15 years, bro. You gotta take care of yourself. Don't be like Andy Riss over there. Andy Riss in back-to-back games, getting knocked out the games. I think they said he had a concussion, if I'm not mistaken. Andy Riss playing like that is not going to last long in the NFL. We need to protect CJ so we don't have that same situation happening to us. We do. We gotta protect CJ. So Larry Tunsil, get your big ass out there, bro. Get your big ass out there. What you over there doing? Got the gas mask on? Get your ass out there and play, bro. Hey, if that helps with your pain, does that help with your pain, sir? Well, do that. I don't care. But get out there. Because you not being out there puts our quarterback in a very compromised situation. It puts our offense in a bad situation and gives Bobby Slowick a damn excuse, honestly. And I don't want Bobby Slowick to have no excuses because I've had up to him with Bobby Slowick. Get him out. He does not need to be. I'm okay with you firing Bobby Slowick during the bye week. Bobby Slowick, go ahead and let that boy go. Ain't working. There's no reason to drag your feet and let it go on through the rest of the season. Cut ties with him by a week. Let Gerard Johnson take over play call duty. Finish out the season. And we see where we go from there. If it looks improved, maybe we have your offensive coordinator in Gerard Johnson. If not, you need to go other ways. You need to go call USC and get in touch with Cliff Kingsbury. Or call Gary Kubiak. Bring Gary Kubiak up here. Be the OC. Get him one of his sons to be one of the OC. Something of that nature. Something of that complete nature because this was ridiculous. It was utterly ridiculous, bro. Utterly ridiculous. Larry Tunsil overrated to me, but we had no choice but to resign. I mean, he's not overrated. He's not overrated. He does not strike me as a person. He does not strike me as a person that that's all about winning. Not saying he don't want to win, not saying that he lose, but it don't hurt him not to win. It don't eat at him that we lose. As long as that check clears, he good. That's what that is when it comes to Larry Tunsil. And When you good, when you good, nobody really cares. Look at Julius Peppers. Like Julius Peppers didn't care about football, but Julius Peppers good. Then nobody care about that. But it's when you're not good or when you sitting out for bullshit ass reasons, people start to question that, and it becomes a bigger issue. It does. It becomes a bigger issue. They took Bobby Slow because, like I said, what was told to us about Bobby Slow that we were gonna run the whole Kubiak Shanahan offense, and that's what we thought. We thought we were gonna run that offense, but like I said, we not utilizing the run the same way. We not utilizing tight ends, receivers not getting coached open, schemed open. I mean, it's a lot of things that this just does not look like the Kubiak Shanahan offense. It just don't. It's just not. It's not the Kubiak Shanahan offense. It's just not. It's really not, and it's frustrating to watch. Like it is. Like where was the sense of urgency? And that's another thing too. Like there was like a complete lack of sense of urgency. Like you get the ball back with 6 minutes. You get the ball back with 6 minutes. And like I said, if that Tank Dell touchdown would never got called back at 14 minutes in the game, 14:50 in the game, and then with 10 minutes left in the game, if Robert Woods scores that touchdown, we're talking about a 31-24 game. We get the ball back with 6 minutes left. If we get the ball back with 6 minutes left down by 7, it completely changed the outlook of the game. Completely, I feel like the game would be called differently from a coordinator standpoint, and it completely changed the outlook of the game. But hey, who knows the way Bobby Slow been playing? Who knows if he might have just been doing what he was going to be doing anyway. But you gotta have those opportunities back. And the thing is, we're so disappointed when we got the ball with 6 minutes left and we start moving the football. There was no sense of urgency. They were moving around like it was the preseason, like it wasn't week 2, like you wasn't in a situation where you need to score a touchdown. That was not how they was operating. They were just like that's what they was doing, and it was infuriating. Like they was just not moving. Not moving at all, like barely moving, just digging and diving, like they had all the time in the world. You're wasting time out because the coach and Steichen got you on the act like they was going for a punt, made you put your punt unit out there, then immediately switch their offense out there, made you had to put your defense out there, made you had to call a timeout. Genius move by the Colts. I don't like this. He's able to do that. It should be if you take your punt unit out at last minute to put in your offense that you gotta run a play. You can't let them call a timeout and then go out there and put your punt unit out there when the play gets the helmet knocked off, you hurt, you got sit for a play. You gotta go for it. You gotta go for it. You can't. You have to attempt like you're going for it. That should be the rule, but I don't make the NFL rules. It is what it is. But you got outsmarted there. They do a kickoff. Was it a kickoff or a punt? Yeah, it was a kickoff. No, it was a punt. It was a Texas punt. Texas punted the ball, and you just let the ball bounce into the end zone. You just let the ball out of the end zone. You don't try to go out there and you don't try to field the punt. You just let it bounce into the end zone. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You just let the ball bounce in the end zone, like, completely. What are you doing? Like I say, poor coaching. D'Amico needs to get a rank on this team. He does. Because as of right now, they don't look prepared and they don't look coached well, offensively and defensively. The defense is getting ran through like water. Completely getting ran through like water. Like, you got to do better with your defense. Play calling. I don't hear what you call plays, and D'Amico took the plays like, because the defense still played like shit. Still did. No matter who was calling the plays. We need to stop giving people passes because we like them. D'Amico's been doing a pure piss poor job. He has. As a head coach, he has. Call it like it is. He's been looking outmatched, outclassed, and he doesn't know what's going on. Team looking sloppy, not being prepared. And I was giving Bobby Slowick all that when it came to the offense last week, but no. Two weeks in a row, and your defense is doing some stuff too, and your special teams. I gotta hold you accountable, D'Amico. I know you're a former Texan. Love to have you back, but you gotta get your rap. You gotta get your act together, bro. You do. You gotta get a ring on this team and get your act together. You do. Just plain and simple. More people hopped in. Make sure you hit that light bulb when y'all come through. I definitely appreciate that. Like you gotta get a ring on this team. You gotta get a hold on this team, man. Because it's not, as of right now, it's not looking good. It's really not. Bobby Sloan definitely not looking good. This offense, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what to say. All I know is we could have had a chance if we had some of those key plays happen in our favor. I know like a lot of this stuff is out of our control, and hey, good teams find a way to persevere. Thing is, we just not a good football team right now. No matter what I said before, no matter what other people said before, this is just not a good team right now. It's really not. It really ain't no other way to say it. It's just really not a good team right now. It really is. It really is. And we just gotta do better. We just gotta do better, y'all. But outside of that, hey man, like I said, enjoyed myself at the game. Finally had a Trill Burger. Trill Burger review. It's alright. I mean, one is not really worth standing in a long ass line for or paying $20 for. But it was pretty decent though. It was pretty decent. Like I say, the crowd was cool. It felt like Houston. The first time I've been inside the stadium, it felt like Houston, as far as like from a Texas standpoint. Like the DJ was playing a lot of Houston music. It just had a very Houston vibe, and I do appreciate that. I do like that. That was the highlight of the day, being, you know what I'm saying, amongst other Texas fans. But the game itself was a hard watch from where I was at. I know it was hard watch on TV. Just I don't even know what to say. Because I was so hyped about the defense last week. So hyped about the defense last week. And yeah, you're right. It came out completely flat. Came out completely and utter flat, man. Completely flat. Flat like a 10-piece out wing stop. It's flat. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. I really don't know how to fix it outside getting the injuries back. Outside getting the injuries back, that's the only way I know how to fix it. Yeah. Man, y'all just don't know. I was so hyped for this season. And I'm not giving up on the season, but it do make me rethink some things. It definitely does. It definitely makes me rethink some things. It definitely do. It completely definitely do. It made me rethink some things. It really do. Like I said, I have to apologize to Nico because Nico played well. I gotta give it to him. Nico completely played well. We just ain't capitalized on it. CJ, like I said, CJ got to do a better job, you know what I'm saying, of avoiding the rush and communicating with his offensive line. A couple times he was hold on to the ball a little bit too long. It could have cost him and cost him sacks, and also could have cost him a big play because that play right before Nico's touchdown when CJ run around the backfield, he wasted time by holding on to the football. He should drive back, see him one there, and threw the ball out of bounds. But I get it. He's trying to make a play. He's trying to put the team on his back and make a play like Ohio State, but he ain't just there yet. He just ain't there yet. He's just not there yet. But like I say, Nico definitely played well. Nico definitely played well. I can't even fake it. Nico definitely played the best. He definitely played the best of his career. That move that Tank did when Tank scored his touchdown, that little stutter move he made to get in the end zone, man, like the boy got some quick shiftiness. He got some quick shiftiness. Wow. Wow. Denver just scored. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Washington batted the ball down, but it bounced back up or bounced through them I think it's the tight end. No, it's a receiver. He just plucks it out there and scores a touchdown. Wow. Denver about to go for two. That's crazy. But like I said, like all the excitement that Denver has, you know what I'm saying, as far as putting up points, 33 points, like man. I can't believe this. I can't believe I was that hyped for this season, hyped for this game. Get nothing. Only thing is, I was in the building when CJ threw his first touchdown, and Matan caught his first touchdown. Like that's like it is that, but she's too converted. It ain't good. I want Washington win anyway. So they Denver ain't get 2 converts in that game. But oh man. Our time is coming. What O-line had at least in Zach Wilson. I mean, I get you on that, but like I said, I do think we've seen a lot of CJ. Like we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot. I think we all could be happy with CJ. I like about CJ, but there's also some things he do need to clear up and clean up. But and also he also threw some passes that should have gotten picked. They just either the angle was off or the defender made us really wanted to. But I don't know. You know what? Yeah, you're right. No safeties, both safeties is out, and I do think that does make a difference. It definitely does. But even though that makes a difference, it's still not an excuse. You just gotta be better. You just gotta be better. Shane was much better coach today than D'Amico, hopefully. Yeah, and Aaron Murray got hurt too. I think he had a concussion too, I think. But yeah, Shane Steichen definitely outcoached D'Amico, just like he did in the NC Championship game last year. Like he had D'Amico's number, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't know. It's so frustrating. Y'all just don't know. Like y'all really don't know how frustrating this is. Like how hyped and crunk I was about the season. And already about week 2, I feel completely disappointed. Yes, Tim Kelly is man. Bill O'Brien and Tim Kelly both are better than Slower. To be honest, I think shit, Pep might be better at this point. Pep might be a better offensive coordinator than Bobby Slower. Bobby Slower is just not good. He's not good as an offensive coordinator. He's just not, bro. He's just not. Nah. We get too emotional. No, man, it's just that I've had high expectations. Like I said, I had us winning a certain amount of games, and this Colts game was one of them. I had us losing to the Ravens and losing to the Jags. But it's the way we look at it. It's not even just if we were lost in the shootout, like I said, man, we were lost in just this epic type of shootout type situation. All right, cool. We need to clear some stuff up, but we got it. Or we lost in this, you know what I'm saying, both defense out there just throwing haymakers and we lose by a touchdown. Okay, we got to make sure the offense get better with the defense and be on the same page. But both are coming out here flat. Both are coming out here unprepared. It's not gonna work. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's really not. And make sure hitting the light bulb when y'all come through here. More people came through, but y'all hitting the light bulb. Make sure hitting the light bulb when you come through. CJ, what you talking about? He's not it, bro. Like CJ played well. He played in the confines of the offense. Is the things he could have did better? Absolutely, there is. But the definitely he could have did better. But you still was in a situation where it just wasn't a good situation when it came to quarterbacks in this organization, or it just wasn't a good situation. Like to be able to get the things that you were surrounded around Ohio State. Like so, it's definitely not CJ. He's not the problem. CJ ain't the problem. Like I said, he can clear some things up, absolutely, but he's not the problem. As of right now, as it stands, it's these injuries. Bobby Slowick and D'Amico Ryans to take control of this. He's the CEO of the program. Stop worrying about the defense. You hire a defensive coordinator. Let him do his job. You need to take over and be the head coach. Because that's what you are. You are the head coach. You ain't just coaching one side of the ball like you was in San Fran, bro. And the same thing with Bobby Slowick. You're not just giving suggestions to Kyle Shanahan, bro. Y'all the ones who are making the decisions. Y'all the ones who are making the controls. Y'all the ones who are out there telling people, hey, go out there for this play right here. Hey, you come in for this play. Y'all the guys who are doing that. And this is the formations that y'all doing. These are the setups that y'all doing, the personnel that y'all running with. It's sorry. It just is. It's just sorry. It's just sorry and piss poor. It just really is. It really is just sorry and piss poor, man. It really is. It just is. It just is. It just is. The energy was different. The energy was different. I mean, hey, like I said, yeah, he did have a bad offensive line. It was able to make plays. It was able to make plays. Completely able to make plays. And again, I'm not upset when again, I understand. I get the things that CJ going through, and yeah, like he can clear some things up. But even though he can clear some things up, even though he can clear some things up. He needs help. He needs some help on the offensive line, and he needs some help on the coaching, the way they coaching this game, because his offensive play calls is not good. To me, that's the worst thing that's been going on. I said this last week. I felt this way after the Dolphins game. I felt this way after the Dolphins game. I felt this way last week, and I felt this way after the Dolphins game. That you gotta do better. You gotta do better. And I was out on him after the Dolphins. You gotta do better when it comes to coaching his offense. You gotta pick better plays. You gotta do better. You just do. The part of the reason why it's a 10 so high, you was down. Yeah, 10 minutes of real time. The first 10 minutes of real time in the game, you down 14-0. So you basically got those pull off. But they still not utilizing Damian, the way that we thought going into the season that they were going to use him. Like Damian, I think is too good of a running back and too much of a star for them to not utilize him the way they utilize. Like why did you run a fullback dive to try to punch it in the end zone, bro? Why? End up kicking the field goal anyway. Why? What sense does that make? What sense does that make? And then when you do your rollouts, your bootlegs, you're not setting up the run to do those bootlegs. The defense is not biting. The defense is not biting because you didn't set up the run to make the defense bite. Like you're not setting them up. You're not setting them up. I make bad play calls, man. You probably do, bro. You probably do. Does he even have the shit? We might have been lied to. Maybe he don't have the playbook. Maybe the playbook he got was the playbook that he made for Kyle Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan never used. He's like, I'm gonna use it. When I get my chance, I'm gonna use it. And I'm gonna show that, hey, I'm gonna show you that these plays do work. Like, I think that's what's really going on. Cause he was a passing game coordinator to Kyle Shanahan, giving Kyle Shanahan examples, but giving Kyle Shanahan some advice and suggestions. I think the playbook that he has was this playbook that he made that he gave Kyle that Kyle never used. Kyle looked at this as some bullshit. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I think. He looked at it and was like, this some bull. I ain't using this. And I'm gonna continue to use what Gary Kubiak created and what my dad created and made and put together. I'm gonna use that. Maybe some sprinkles and some other stuff, but I'm gonna use that. But nah, Bobby Slow was like, I'm gonna use my playbook. I'm gonna use my playbook. I got my chance. I'm gonna show you that these plays work. This is the reason why Trey Lance ain't last. Because y'all ain't used my play. That's the reason why you couldn't get Trey Lance on the field. Because y'all ain't used my plays. Let me use my plays and watch. We got a quarterback drafted second overall. Watch what happens when we use my plays. A damn mess. That's what it is. A damn mess. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Exactly. Man, I was so disappointed today. I was so disappointed today, man. I really was. I was so disappointed, y'all. It's like I said, it's not because we lost, because we could have lost. I'll be upset that we lost, but I could feel a little bit better. I'm disappointed on my expectation that I had for this season. That I found out in week 2 that my expectation I had for this season was set way too high. My enthusiasm for this season was set way too high. Way too high. Way too high. Like it's just not there. Like it's just not there. Like what I had set aside just wasn't happening. Yeah, way too high. Way too. Like it's way too high, y'all. Like I expected some good football. I did. I expected a product that was worth repping. Worth, what I'm saying, getting the merch. I got the merch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so happy to get back and making merch. I was so happy. But and again, I'm not even tripping about the loss, even though, again, I wanted to win, and losing is not good. But just the way that they look, it doesn't look like it's a good product. It's not. And this team is more talented than last year's team. Like, this team was more talented than last year's team. More talented than 2020. Damn, more talented than 2021 team. It has more talent. It's a better team from inside the green line, inside the end zone, inside the lines. It's a better team. But it don't look like it. It don't. Because of the coaching. And that's why I'm so disappointed. That's why I'm so disappointed. I'm expecting the Kubiak Shanahan offense. I'm expecting the swarm defense, and we attacking and relentlessness and you know what I'm saying? They coming to hit, no missed tackles, all that type of stuff. That ain't what I got. Yeah, it wasn't no missed tackles because wasn't nobody trying to tackle. That's why it wasn't no missed tackles. They just let AR just run up the middle. Just, hey, let Zach Moss just run up the side. Hey. Everybody playing Olay defense. Come on now. Like, come on. Come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, you didn't gas everybody up. You didn't go. You didn't went out there. You didn't brought home the little Kikis and the trays and the zeros and the Paul Walls and the Slim Thug and the Bum B's and all that type of stuff like that. Mexican OT, all the Houstonian rappers and Texas rappers. You bringing all these people in for post game and pre game and halftime and training camps, and you got them all on your Instagram and all on your Twitter. You know what I'm saying? You're doing all this stuff. Hashtag H-Town made. You get all the merch. You trying to bring back the H-Town blue. You get Kyle out here barbecuing. Like, you doing all this stuff. You doing all this stuff to get the fans gassed up in. To get everybody hyped up and get everybody ready to go to the game. It's back to the point when you go to the game, they giving out stuff. For the past couple of years, you go to the game, they wasn't giving out stuff like they is now. Like they did this back in the day. But for the past couple of years, you weren't going to the game and they was giving you stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they give you merch and give you stuff. Like, I got the little, what is it, little H-Town towel. You know what I'm saying? Like look, H-Town made kickoff. You know what I'm saying? Like all this. They weren't doing this for the last couple of years. No, they weren't doing this the last couple of years. They weren't as enthused as it was for the last couple of years. But see, what they're doing is they're doing all this stuff to get us gassed up and get us hyped back in. Like, yeah, man, we back. It's gonna take some time. I see something out there. It's gonna take some time, and I get that but when it comes to the wins, yeah. But it's still not a good product, bro. Don't let the score of it being 20-31 fool you, because it was at one point 31-10. It was 31-10, y'all. Going to the fourth quarter. It was 31-10. We scored 10 more points to make it look like a closer game. But even though I said to make it look like a close game, it was still some moments in that game that, and I don't want to play the whole woulda, coulda, shoulda, but even in that sequence, even after falling down 31-10, like I say, if Tank Dell scores that touchdown and it doesn't get called back for a penalty, it's 31-17, and we able to get a stop there, and then that following drive when Robert Woods catches that pass down the sideline and doesn't step out of bounds, now it's 24. Now it's 31-24 with 10 minutes left in the game, being down by a touchdown. Now it's a whole different situation. Now we into it. Now. But nah. Get the illegal shift. Gotta kick a field goal. Robert Woods steps out of bounds. We able to score a touchdown. Tank Dell, they able to score a touchdown and make it 31-20. But even though he made it 31-20 right then and there, didn't have enough time. And then you get the ball back to kick a field goal, and was it a false start? Yeah, false start pushed you back in to miss the field goal. Connie ended up missing the field goal. And at that point, I don't even blame Connie, because actually before the field goal got blocked, but I don't even blame Connie, because it was really like, what was the point? It was really like, what was the point? The effort was gone, the energy was gone. It just wasn't there, y'all. It wasn't there. And that's in the coaching. It was. More so, like I say, I just want people to understand that D'Amico is not going to be absolved right here, because D'Amico defense wasn't prepared to play from the jump, from the moment Tom said go. The Colts drove because that first drive, the Colts drove down the field. They walked down the field. They was Anthony Richardson and their offense was out there wrong. And like I said, Anthony Richardson gets knocked out the game. And it's Gardner Minshew. You still can't stop Gardner Minshew. Anthony Richardson came out there, walled down, boom, touchdown. Easy money. Then CJ fumbles the ball on the sack, which was third down. So the Colts was going to get the ball back anyway. Like really just be going in. But CJ does need to do better hold on to the football because that could be a problem that eventually does rear its ugly head. That does stop a drive. It could be the first. It could be the sack on the first play of the drive. That's a fumble type situation. Like this time right here, it was third down. The Texans about to punt the ball, but it was still pushed them back and made the Colts actually drive. But the way that the defense is playing with Anthony Richardson, that the driver. But again, we might have held them to a field goal. We might have held them to a field goal type situation. And it's instead of it being 14-0, it's 10-0. We go out there, we immediately score a touchdown. Now it's 10. Now it's 10-7. Things change. You know what I'm saying? Like little small things like that actually change. And make sure you hit that light bulb when y'all come through. I see more of y'all people come through. Y'all hitting that light bulb. Make sure you hit the light bulb when y'all come through. Like more like small stuff like that. Things like that actually does change the dynamic of the game. It does. It absolutely does. Things like that actually does change the dynamic of the game. But you just just the defense wasn't prepared to play from the jump. They was not prepared to play. They was not ready to stop no damn body. They wasn't. Where was the defense at that went up against Lamar Jackson? Because that's what people. I mean, the way we play against Lamar Jackson, man. When we play against Lamar Jackson, we would stop him. When the Anderson go out there and get his first career sack, and Jonathan Gennard get a sack on the first play of the game. Man, Anthony Richardson way easier to sack. Anthony Richardson, he can't throw all this and that, and y'all let him walk up the field like it was water. He ran through the defense like it was water, y'all. Easy money, complete easy money, non-contested. It was not contested at all. He literally went into the end zone, 18 yards, not being touched, and then on the next one, he didn't get touched until he gets into the end zone. Like it was complete easy money. Now the easy money might have cost them the game, and again probably gonna knock off some games off that season type situation. But even though I'm saying all that, it was still easy money for them. And this defense gotta do damn better, y'all. It really do. This defense has to do better, and that falls on D'Amico. That falls on D'Amico. Them not being prepared falls on D'Amico. Right now, we're a poorly coached team. Point blank, period. Poorly coached. Now, again, I give them that they didn't stop. I give them that. I give them that they didn't stop. They ain't just, it's whatever. Like, CJ was still out there throwing the football around. They were still trying to score touchdowns at the end. They were still trying. They were still trying, so I give them that. I give them that. That I give them. But poorly coached. Like I said, then all these illegal shifts and illegal formations and not being set. Yeah, I blame them on slow. Not knowing when to run the ball, not knowing when to pass the ball. I blame them on slow. Not knowing to give the ball to Damian Pierce. Like, why y'all not giving the ball to Damian Pierce in crucial situations? I blame them on slow. Why you not utilize the tight end? I blame them on slow. And then that one time that we did try to use the tight end and Dalton Schultz, bobbled the catch. The stars of the game was undoubtedly Nico Collins. He was the best player today. Nico was the best player today. CJ, I like what I see. Like CJ got a lot to clean up, but I do like what I seen out of CJ. And Tank. We put Mechie at the end of the game. I don't know why we didn't utilize him sooner. Don't really understand that. Don't really understand that. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I apologize for being late. I said it took me a little bit longer to come back from the game. I thought I would be home a little bit sooner. That's why I was supposed to start at 5:15. I know I ended up starting like around like 6, almost 6:15, an hour later. But yeah, but definitely I'm gonna have a video breaking down a little bit more coming this week. I know I didn't get a chance to go live on Friday. I apologize for that. I had some stuff I had to take care of. I didn't get a chance to go live, but I will be going live again this week. So like I said, don't worry, the lives are coming. I know a lot of y'all been asking me about that. Y'all know how we do it on Fridays. It's Q&A. Y'all ask the questions. Right? So y'all got from now to Friday to get the queue up. You can get your questions ready. We reading all questions. Like I said, guarantee your spot. You know what you gotta do to guarantee your spot to get the question. So you already know what that is. you want to make sure your question gets answered and read. Guarantee your spot. You already know how to do that. I said I appreciate everybody that came through here. Like I said, Texans fall 31-20. Like I said, C.J. Stroud had his first career touchdown. Tank Dell had his first career touchdown. Nico Collins had his first career 100-yard game. CJ had his first career 300-yard game. I think right now CJ had like over 600 yards in 2 games. CJ's probably in the top echelon, I think, of passing yards. Now, what that means, who knows? I mean, like it's not accumulating to wins and actually not accumulating the points alive. It is kind of like not, I guess, kind of garbage, empty calorie type stats. Because it's not with winning. We haven't equated to winning yet, and it's not in a shootout where we needed every single one of those yards. So it wouldn't have been a game type situation. I'm afraid if we keep allowing TJ to take a beating, he will end up with a David Carr 2.0. Man. I don't know if it's David Carr. Because the thing is this. Because the offensive line, yes, the offensive line is not, yes, the offensive line right now is bad. But the thing that's different between CJ and David Carr and also Deshaun Watson is that actually was their offensive lines. Like, that was David Carr's offensive line until you fixed it. When it came to Deshaun Watson, outside Dwayne Brown not being here for the first 5 games of that season, that was the offensive line. And then you end up getting Dwayne Brown for 1 game, and then you trade him, and then end up becoming, that was your offensive line. This is not CJ's offensive line. He's missing starting left tackle, Larry Tunsil. He's missing starting right tackle, and Tyus Howard. And he's also missing starting center in Juice Scruggs. Even though the center that we've had in has been playing very well, who knows? We might not even. Who knows? We might end up taking Juice Scruggs moving guard. Now the Kenyon Green, that one's a little bit tricky because Kenyon Green is hurt, but is Kenyon Green even the starter if he's not hurt? Type situation, because you can make it he might not be the starter anyway. And also, he ain't come back this season. Like everybody else is coming back within the season. You think you hope Larry Tunsil will be back next week. Tyus Howard should be back before the bye week. Like the rest of the guys are going like so. The offensive line, he's going to have his offensive line maybe outside of the whole Kenyon Green situation. But like I said, who knows if Kenyon Green is going to be starting anyway. He will have his offensive line for the rest of the go this season and also going forward for the next couple of seasons. So it's not really because and I guess that's probably another thing that's frustrating too because you can't really fix it because it's really not what you're supposed to be working with anyway. It's like it's not like we need to go out there and draft. We need to go out there and draft some linemen and sign some linemen. Well, we already have the linemen that we've already signed and drafted. Like We just gave Titus Howard a contract extension right before the season started for what, 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. So we got him this year, then we got him for another 3 years. We just gave Larry Tunsil a new contract for 3 years. So we got him for the next 3 years. You just drafted Kenyon Green last year in the first round. So 5 years, because you get a 5-year option last year and this year. So you got him for what, the next 3 seasons. Juice Scruggs, he's a rookie this year. So you got him for the next 3 seasons after this season. Type situation. So, and then you just signed Shaq, you gave Shaq Mason an extension as well. So you've already afforded and threw money at this offensive line and also invested draft capital in the 2 positions that you ain't throw money to. So you paid your two bookend tackles, you paid you traded for your right guard and paid your right guard, and you drafted your center and you drafted your left guard. Early on. Both of them are early picks. One is a first round pick, 15th overall, and the other one is a high second round pick who you jumped up to get. So you invested money and high draft capital in all 5 offensive linemen. There's nothing else you can do outside. Because if you do something else outside, that means that you have made and admitted that you made a mistake with one of those 5. That's how that goes. If you draft a tackle, it means you made a mistake on signing one of your tackles. If you draft a guard, that means you made a mistake in either trading and paying a guard or drafting a guard with the first pick overall, or with first round pick. So all that, and then also the same thing. Now I guess maybe a little bit less with a center, but you still invested high draft capital, because with that second pick, you could have taken another running back or anything. Well, you could have taken some other things. You think Nick C's getting hot? I don't know if he's on the hot seat yet, but I do think it's warming up though. I do think it's getting hot. I do think it's warming up though, because now it's like, okay, all right, Nick. Again, like I said, what's saving Nick right now, honestly, what's saving him is C.J. Stroud and Willie Anderson. But also, what could doom him is C.J. Stroud and Willie Anderson. Right now, they saving him, but they also can doom him. And the cold thing about it is, Willie Anderson could doom him even though he's playing well. Willie Anderson could be the defensive rookie of the year, be all-pro rookie. But if your team is bad, like if Willie Anderson's good, but the team record is bad, and you gave the Arizona Cardinals a top 5 pick, you gave the Arizona top 5 pick, we're gonna be looking at you like, why you didn't give them Cleveland's pick? Why'd you give them our pick that we can control? Why'd you give them Cleveland's pick? That's what the questions is going to be answered. And I know a lot of people speculate that maybe the Arizona Cardinals asked for our pick. They didn't ask for which pick. They just asked for a first round pick. Nick Caserio willingly gave up our pick. And again, in the moment we was crunk, we were like, okay, hey man, that's a big boy move. That's a boss move. That means, hey, we putting our chips in, which means you can't tank. Because the moment you do that, you have forfeited the right to tank. Losing serves you no purpose, because you don't even reap the benefits of it. You need Cleveland to be bad. The Texans, like I said, in all else, the Texans have to have a better record than the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns pick has to be a higher pick than the Houston Texans. Therefore, it's no harm, no foul which pick you gave up. It is. Because, like, say, for instance, if the Texans were bad and gave Arizona the 5th pick in the draft, but then say Cleveland was even worse and the Cleveland Browns had the 3rd pick in the draft, we ain't tripping, because we still end up getting the higher pick. Because we would be saying the same thing if we would gave them Cleveland's pick and then Cleveland would been like horrific and we would have been mediocre, and like Cleveland's pick would have been a top 5 pick, and our pick would be like a top 15 pick, like pick around like 13, 14, something like that. We should have gave him, we should gave him our pick type situation. So Cleveland's going 10-7, sir. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that's what would need to happen. I'm not even to the point that I'm saying, oh, Cleveland gonna be bad. All this. I want Cleveland to be bad because we got their pick. Like, that's the only reason why. Like, it's not no Deshaun hate or anything like that. I don't even care about none of that type of situation. My only thing is that they control what is our only draft pick now. At least last year we had our draft pick too. Like they control our only draft pick. So I need them to be bad. I want them. I want them to be bad. Or at the very least, like I said, I want them to have a worse record than us. I'm not disputing that they're going 10-7. They possibly would go 10-7. Because I think with Cincinnati 0-5, right? I mean 0-5, 0-2 right now. I think because they lost to the Ravens, they 0-2 right now. And I know Cleveland plays tomorrow. They play Pittsburgh. They play Pittsburgh tomorrow. I know they play tomorrow because they probably playing and they all white, so they white helmets probably playing and they all white. So I know they playing tomorrow, Monday night. So I don't know exactly. I forgot who they playing though, but you possibly right. They probably can and would end up winning double-digit games and going to the playoffs. I said that when it comes to the AFC, everybody in that division has a way to win that division except Pittsburgh. I don't see how Pittsburgh can win that division. I don't see because everybody else can win that division. Cincinnati's looking horrific right now. They need to get their act together, or else. I don't know. And I know we've been simply talking about trade for Jettas or trade for what's the boy name? T. Higgins. If Nico constantly plays like today, Nico's the #1 receiver. Nico showed flashes. Finally, Nico has shown flashes of being a #1 receiver. Even though Tank Dell was targeted more times today. Tank Dell had more targets. Tank Dell had 10. Nico and Robert Woods both had 9. He finally showed flashes of being a #1 receiver. Now, again, I still don't think he's the type of receiver with this test coverage. Now, I still think that if the draft was today and the Texans had the first round pick, the Texans would still draft for a receiver as it stands right now. Because I don't see them drafting offensive linemen. Like I said, you've invested too much in offensive line, so you're not going to try to improve your offensive line. You've invested too much in that O-line, so you're not going to try to improve that offensive line. Drafted the corners, drafted corner, free agent corner, drafted safety, free agent safety, maybe some linebackers, maybe defensive, maybe interior defensive linemen, maybe like that's maybe what's looking like right now. But we'll see. We're months away from a draft evaluation, and again, people can step up. We're months away from that, but we're months away from that. So. Okay. I do think that some of those things can and would change. So we'll see. We'll see exactly what happens. But like I was saying, the difference between my original point, because about the whole CJ could be David Carr comparison. David Carr and both Deshaun Watson, those were their offensive lines. We've already invested in our offensive line, and we just need our offensive line to be healthy. We just need our offensive line to be healthy and able to play well. And I don't know if they can under this leadership from an offensive standpoint, from this offensive leadership standpoint. And I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, Bobby Sloak is gone by bye week. Let him go during the bye week and give Gerard Johnson the bye week to prepare and do something, and we go on from there. That's what I'm looking at. Because like I said, I'm out. I was out against the Dolphins. I'm completely in. Wash my hands, I'm done. When it comes to Bobby Sloak and this offense, I'm done. See them go out there and throw for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns against Jacksonville, and we blow them out. I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. Do it again. Okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna need him to do it on a good, consistent basis. I don't just need a game. I don't need a drive. I need, right now, you put yourself in a situation Right now, you put yourself in a situation where I need game after game after game after game after game of being consistent. What did I tell y'all in that before that Saints preseason game? What I was looking for? I wanted to see a good, clean game being called from an offensive standpoint. We're not gonna give away too much of the preseason. Understand that? He gave it away because there ain't much to give away. Ain't much to see. Ain't nothing to see here. Ain't nothing to see here. Just bad. Bad, 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 bad. And like I said, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all stayed in here the whole time. Definitely appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the likes. I said everybody was at the game. Man, shout out to y'all, especially the ones that came up to me and said, "What's up, man?" Appreciate all that. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all y'all coming through here. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do this again. but like I said, get your questions ready. It's gonna be a lot of Spitz Live Fridays when we answer questions. We're gonna break down some college football too. Cause hey, it looks like Coach Prime in Colorado. They looking good, even though they had a scare last night. It was an amazing game last night. So we're gonna talk about that. Probably break down what happened on Thursday Night Football. Like I said, other videos gonna be dropping this week. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. Make sure y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe, y'all comment, y'all click that bell to get more videos, and let's get this channel up to 6,000 subscribers. Come on, we almost there. I need y'all. So I need y'all to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a whole nother friend. Get this channel up to 6,000 subscribers. I definitely appreciate that. So like, share, subscribe, comment below, click that bell, get my videos. I'll holla. H-Town, baby.